Hello and welcome to our English news coming to you from Canal Algérie. First, the top stories of the news. Algeria attends the G20 summit held in South Africa. Special guests, global challenges and priorities, notably economic growth, development and financing, are high on the agenda. The French sailor having dizzy spell is rescued during an operation carried out by an Algerian team belonging to the naval forces, and his health situation is stable. The first branch of the Algeria External Bank BEA is inaugurated in France, and an important step to promote our nationals' investment. The Algerian delegation of startuppers is being acquainted in Japan with the latest innovation solutions in terms of artificial intelligence technology and pharmaceutical production. Welcome again, and thanks for joining us. Representing the President of the Republic, Abdelmajid Tebboune, Prime Minister Seif Gharib is in Johannesburg to take part in the proceedings of the G20 summit due to be held today and tomorrow to tackle a set of topical issues. And on the eve of the summit, Algiers Premier took part in a consultative meeting chaired by the South African President Cyril Ramaphosa and attended by other African Prime Ministers. This is the first G20 summit to take place in Africa. This event, held under the motto Solidarity, Equality and Sustainability, will tackle global challenges and priorities, notably economic growth, development and financing. More details with our special envoy to the summit, Kemal Sweek.
For South Africa, this G20 is the moment to reset the balance, to put Africa where it belongs in global decisions. So the days ahead will show which country is ready to keep up.
At the top of the agenda of this G20, rebuilding the global monetary system and closing the gap between the North and the South. The first day of this summit will focus on major challenge, promoting inclusive development despite the financial burden. World leaders will be facing a difficult question: how to protect people from the consequences of extreme climate change. On Sunday, world leaders will focus on the future, exploring how decent work and artificial intelligence can drive development. In South Africa, where Madiba's legacy is everywhere, the country seems ready to face these challenges and reminds world leaders their historical responsibilities toward African continents. Representing the President of the Republic, Abdelmajid Tebboune, Prime Minister Seif Gharib is attending the summit, reaffirming Algeria's commitment to sustainable development and stronger cooperation among African nations.
As part of the humanitarian missions, the coastal guards belonging to the naval forces in charge of rescuing human lives received a distress call stemming from a French sailor named Nicolas Charpie, 60 years old, who had a dizzy spell 57 nautical miles north of Al Baniyan locality aboard a sailing boat coming from Italy to Gibraltar. Soon after, and in coordination with the National Center for Surveillance and Rescue, an operation was launched using a research helicopter. The French national was rescued and evacuated to Zuralda Hospital to receive the necessary medical care. His case is now stable. This operation reflects the constant commitment of our forces to intervene and rescue human lives in all circumstances. Families across Morocco are being pushed out of their homes without notice or compensation as covert deals and heavy-handed operations fuel anger, fear and growing sense of abandonment. Melissa Lila Balaman reports.
This is injustice. We can't take it anymore.
The cry rises through the wreckage, just one voice in wider disaster that has torn families from their homes, stripped them out of security, and left them facing the Makhzan's abuses on their own.
It's devastating. I grew up here. This place shaped my whole childhood, and now they're forcing me out of my own house. Every time they come back with a different excuse, everyone blames someone else, but no one takes responsibility.
Many Moroccans saw their homes wiped out overnight. No notice, no compensation. The sweep is widely believed to be tied to covered deals with Zionist investment firms, cutting citizens out of the equation.
Yesterday, officials burst in and told us to gather our things and get out. It's 2025 and we're still being crushed. Before tearing down our houses, they should start by applying the law. They're taking our homes. It's disgraceful.
Across the region, thousands of families are watching their lives come apart. These hidden operations leave behind anger, helplessness, and the ruins of what used to be their everyday world.
The Smara camp of Sahrawi refugees hosted a forum devoted to solidarity with the Sahrawi people for peace. The event was attended by researchers and human rights activists hailing from all over the world who voiced their full support for this fair cause and hailed the brave struggle of the Sahrawis for self-determination and freedom. To business and economy now. In Paris, the Algerian external bank BEA inaugurated the branch to position itself as a key player connecting the French and the Algerian economies and encouraging investment among our nationals there. Let's discover more with both Afaf Belhouchet and Besmafar.
At the heart of Paris, BE International Bank has inaugurated its French headquarters, a key step in the global strategy of Algerian Public Bank that now aims to enter the European market.
Being here in Paris means we fully respect the highest European standards with a universal banking model. This headquarters is not a temporary symbol. It is the foundation of a long-term growth plan in the European banking market.
With experienced teams familiar with both markets, BE International Bank seeks to gain competitiveness, building on international expertise and high-level compliance.
Our essential role is to facilitate economic exchanges between France and Algeria and beyond, and to support all companies with international growth ambitions. Understanding clients who operate on both shores is not a niche. It's an economic reality that we master perfectly.
N'est pas un segment, mais c'est une réalité économique que nous maîtrisons parfaitement.
And if a bank's success is also measured by its ability to invest in talent, this inauguration sent a strong message. Among the guests were young graduates from the HEC Paris Algeria Club, a presence that speaks volumes because behind this inauguration lays one conviction: finance can become a driver of success for the diaspora, for the Algerian economy.
En termes de business, c'est quelque chose qui peut
And let's not forget, it is a bank based in France which can also connect French clients because it operates like any other bank today. Transactions between France and Algeria are much easier and that strengthens us. It works in both directions, professional and personal.
D'accord, parce que c'est une banque comme les autres.
Donc une banque algérienne en Algérie, c'est un événement pour nous parce qu'on l'attendait depuis longtemps.
For us, the presence of an Algerian bank in France is an event because we had been waiting for it for a long time. We now hold the Bank of France license. This means BEA is installing itself in France and can expand across Europe.
With this Paris headquarters, BEA International Bank is expanding its horizons, an Algerian bank exporting not only financial services, but also confidence, expertise and competitiveness. In a Europe seeking now actors and in an Algeria strengthening its economic ambition, the center of gravity is shifting. From local to global, from dependence to projection, an Algerian finance sector that exports, assumes and asserts itself.
You are still watching Canal Algérie. Coming up in our news. Moroccan families are being pushed out of their homes without notice or compensation, fueling more social anger throughout the country. An Algerian delegation composed of young startups landed in Japan in a visit aimed at strengthening bilateral cooperation in innovation and entrepreneurship, an opportunity to exchange expertise between the two sides and adapt a new strategy that encourages creativity. Melissa Kabash with more details.
Economic challenges were at the heart of workshops and meetings, gathering Algerian startups and their Japanese counterpart, an opportunity to exchange not only expertise, but to create a bridge linking the two sides for future partnerships.
Today we had the opportunity to view the Japanese expertise regarding startup incubators. We've noticed that it only provides offices in comparison to us in Algeria, where we provide coaching and technical follow-up as well.
The workshops focused on ways to innovate. The president got to explore the Japanese experience when it comes to finding digital solutions, particularly in the field of AI.
We were able to witness programs offered by Japan to the African continent and hopefully will be applied in Algeria.
هتكون ايضا مستقبلا في الجزائر خاصه بعد التعاون الجزائري الياباني ان شاء الله.
زرنا فيها عدة محطات.
The visit to Japan aims to transfer this knowledge to the Algerian ecosystem and to explain the added values of this kind of expertise.
These sessions allowed Algerian startups to gain insight into Japan's advanced methodologies, explore practical approaches to AI-driven problem solving, and exchange perspectives.
Still in the realm of technology and innovation, an international delegation of academics and experts met at the University of Constantine to present new research on artificial intelligence in sport and education. The event was covered by Ismail Belqaidia and taken up by Basma Far.
Artificial intelligence in sports was the main theme of the 4th International Forum held at Abdelhabib Mahdi II University in Constantine. The event focused on global trends, innovation, and the growing impact of AI on training, sports, and performance.
We are trying to follow what is happening worldwide. There is more innovation, more artificial intelligence, and even in physical activity and sports training. We are now affected by this influence. AI is shaping the way we work. We gave the floor to students through the Young Researchers Forum. We invited guests from Tunisia and Jordan who shared their experience with our participants.
International experts took part in the meeting.
I work in social security and sports. Today I'm presenting my international project that involves 15 countries. It focuses on athletes exposed to certain social risks as defined by the International Labour Organization. I'm glad to be part of this work. I'm very happy to be part of a delegation of 4 Jordanian university professors. We are honored to be at the University of Constantine presenting our ideas and research on AI in sports and education.
The opportunity was also seized to honor the hero of Omdurman famous football clash, Rabah Sa'dan.
Dans le monde, on le voit, notamment à travers la FIFA, la CAF,
We see it worldwide, especially through FIFA and CAF. The scientific aspect is very important today, especially in preparing and managing national teams, which represent the pride of every country.
Les équipes nationales qui sont le flambeau de tous les pays.
La dimension Capri, cet institut actuellement.
The growing role of this institute points to a peaceful future for scientific research in training and youth development. This laboratory will help raise the overall level of sport in Algeria.
Technological innovation and AI continue to reshape performance, sports, and coach training, offering better results and practical solutions.
We remain in the realm of sports. The Algerian female boxer Ishraq Shaib snatched the WBO belt after beating the Indian Dani Devi in a professional boxing fight held in Singapore. Another major achievement for Ishraq, who had previously won the gold medal during the Islamic Games in Saudi Arabia, becoming thereby the first Algerian female boxer to win WBO belt in the Algerian boxing history.
الحمد لله قمت بالمشاركة في الألعاب الإسلامية وتحصلت على المرتبة الأولى، وهذا كان بفضل المدرب ناصر يفصح. والآن راني موجودة في الحزام WBO. هذا يرجع من كثير من تضحيات والتعب في التدريب، والحمد لله اليوم هذه أنا جدا سرورة، وأريد أقدم وأهدي هذا الحزام لبلدي شكرا الجزائر نحن أولاد نوفمبر لن ننهزم في نوفمبر.
To football now, Molody of Algiers was defeated by El Hilal of Sudan with 2-1 in the opening game of the group stage of the African Champions League competition. Group C, the second representative of Algeria in the same context, namely GS Kabylie, is to face today the Egyptian side of Al Ahly as part of Group B. Still with the sports, the side of Akbu progressed to the second rank of the standing after defeating Eyseshlev with 2-1 as part of the 12th week of the National Football Championship. Let's follow the highlights of this game held in Bijaya Stadium.
ولطفي أمروش يعطي التعليمات الكرة ملعوبة مخادعة مباغتات الكرة تأتي بأول أهداف في هذه المواجهة رأيا آخرا كل شيء ممكن التهديد والتسديد يا سلام
With football, we come to the end of our news. Thanks for tuning to us tomorrow, another day, other news. Keep tuning to our channel and bye-bye for now.